Welcome back to my grading vlog. I'm Comic Man Andy. Thanks for checking this out. Please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing right down below here. Appreciate it. Last episode we talked about a book that I picked up from an auction from the Chad RCG channel. I'll put a little clip up there for them. Please check them out. Does auctions Fridays and Saturdays, I believe. And while that auction was going on, I picked up a book in that same auction from Mr. Let. Thank you very much. Really excited to look this book over and work on getting this graded because I didn't want to let this go to anybody else. It was really in that area that I felt would be more challenging for me to grade. But yeah, Mr. Let, thank you again. I'll put a little thing up there for them as well. Keep It Thorough Comics. They do auctions every Friday and Saturday as well. I believe they switch between Chad RCG's channel and his channel. Thank you again. I'm really excited to add this to my collection. G.I. Joe 21 newsstand. And like I said, when I saw the condition it was in that he was offering, it's in pretty damn good shape. Now, granted, a lot of these books I'm finding online are in way rougher shape than this, and this is exactly kind of that middle ground that I need to learn how to grade better. So we're going to dive right into this, and we're going to check it out. Stay tuned. Alright, so here we are. Did my little flip through. Looks like everything's there. Doesn't look like any of the interior pages are torn. One thing of note that I haven't seen before was the staples on the outside are nice and bright and clean. But the staples on the inside were almost like they ink stained, or they're dark. It's not like corroded. It's... I don't know if they picked up ink. Let's see if I can show that off here. For some reason or another, the staples are much darker. There's the focus. I don't know if that's a type of corrosion, but I mean the staple almost looks black on the inside, and the one up top looks similar. So that might be the ink. If any of you guys have ever graded one of these before, let me know if you've seen that before, those darker staples. Maybe it's the ink from the advertisement. We'll see. Be interesting to learn more about that. Overall, book's in pretty decent shape. Newsstand edition. I've kept my eye on a lot of these listings online for a while, and a lot of them look really thrashed. This one looked really good. It presents pretty well. Does have some typical issues. So I'll dig right in and start at the bottom left corner where I like. Newsstand edition looks pretty clean. The white looks good. The spine, though, definitely has spine ticks. So, get zoomed in here. And focus. Going right down the spine. We count them off. The color breaking ones first. We got 1, 2. Hit that lighting just right. 1, 2. Looks like some staple pulling there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so 7 color breaks. Similar to the last book. Write this down. And there's actually a fair bit of creasing along the spine, but a press will definitely help that out. It should just leave behind the color ticks that we were talking about. You can see in the lighting the waviness right through here. There's like 3 bends where those color breaks are at, and the bends kind of go in a little bit, but those will fix out. Those will get fixed easily. Slight bend up here with a slight color break, and then the other color breaks that we see. The corner down here is actually looking pretty sharp. It's not sharp, I wouldn't say. It's a little rounded, but it's actually pretty nice looking. White still looks pretty clean in here. The yellow looks good. Coming around to this top corner. Some rounding here. I don't know if it's really torn or not. I don't want to monkey with it too much. So the corners definitely aren't the greatest. But they're not the worst either. Coming along the top, there's some waviness in here a little bit. A little bit of a bend right there. So this thing could really benefit from a press. And coming up to this corner here, it does have a bend that does break colors. So mark that. And even another slight one there on the tip of the corner that breaks color as well. So that's 2. A little bit of dirt in the title, not too bad. Some wear down along the front here, not a lot. And then, oh, yep, picking it up with the camera. This I did see when I got it, and right down through here is a bend, like a fold over bend. And most of it looks like it'll press out. There's a little portion here that looks like it breaks color a bit. So I'll mark that down. Bottom corner doesn't look too bad. A little bit of a bend on there. That'll fix up. A little bit of color rub. And while I was going through the book and looking at the pages, this is definitely going to come back off-white. Off-white to white, maybe. I know some people have mentioned that they kind of judge it based on the paper quality, I think, of the time. So I'm thinking off-white to white. Let's pick that bend up a little bit more. Yeah, straight through his foot. A press will definitely help that. Like I said, I'm not sure what it's going to look like after with, it looks like it breaks a color a little bit there. Let's take a look at the back. Back does look fairly clean. Right down on the bottom corner to start. It's going to be tough to pick this up with the white, but there's a slight bend on this corner here. In fact, that probably breaks color. It's really hard to tell with the light, though, and the white. So I'll mark that. It almost looks like there's discoloration, but I think that's just the art. I think that's just the coloring in the art, because it doesn't carry over out of the black border into the white. Dirt right here along the side. That should clean up pretty easily, I would hope. Looks like there's some fingerprints in there too. Yeah, that should clean up all right. Little dirt along up here as well. This top corner here does look a little rounded. Actually, it is bent. See if that'll press out and sharpen up. Might break color. Definitely some dirt up top here that can come out. Yeah. That should come out all right. And see if I can get the camera to pick it up. This will be tough to see on here, unfortunately. But there is 2 indentations. I'm not going to be able to pick it up the camera. Right in here. It's hard because it's the black right there. There are 2 small indentations there that didn't look like they carried through on any of the pages. But I can definitely see them. Yep, see that right there? Get that to focus. Right in here. So they come through the paper there, but they don't show up on the paper in here. So that should just be a matter of a little bit of humidity and a press. And while I'm opening it, I can actually see that there's 1, 2, 3 slight bends here that don't break color. Not even bends, I'm not sure what you want to call creases. They don't break color. So this book definitely has a lot going on, which is why it's fun to check everything out. These creases here, 1, 2, those are actually extra. I didn't see those on the front at the top, so we'll mark down a couple more creases. And a little bit of staple pulling there as well, like I noted earlier on the bottom one. And yep, there they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 the creases there, staple pulling. And down there, yep. All in all, I mean, very cool book. There's another little indentation right here, actually. Let's see if the light will pick it up. It probably won't. It's so small. Another indentation right there, little pebble mark. Didn't come through the pages at all either. It doesn't break color. That'll be an easy fix. Like I said, all in all, very cool book to have. Silent issue. Awesome cover. In really good shape. I mean, granted, all the ones that I see online everywhere when I look that I find they're affordable, they're all thrashed pretty hard. So I'm really excited to have this book. Thank you again, Mr. Lett. We're definitely going to tally this up and come on back and see where it lands. I'm back. So I almost kind of have to think to myself and wonder a little bit, am I doing this book a disservice by not utilizing that guide that I have coming? So I think when I get that and do some reading, I might revisit this book, depending on how soon it goes out to get cleaned and pressed. But like we said, there's a lot going on with this. Once again, thank you to Mr. Lett. Thank you to Chad RCG. I'll add a little clip right up here at the corner. Go check out their channels. Check out those auctions. It's always fun to support them and always fun to check them out and see what everybody's interested in, and see what people are moving. Yeah, I got notes. And my notes aren't making a lot of sense to me because there's just so much going on with this book. 7 color breaks on the spine. They transfer from the back. Pressing will help fix a lot of the issues there, but not get rid of the color breaks, obviously. So those are there. And then there's a lot of challenges with the corners, and there's some soiling. So, I mean, looking at a chart before this goes out to get handled by a professional, I'm really thinking this book is close in the neighborhood of a 6.0. So medium wear, discoloration, fading and soiling. Yeah. Medium blunting and folds. Yeah, found some of those. Creases. 6 inches worth of creases. Yeah, it's tears, no tears. Stains. I didn't see any major stains. I don't know if you guys did. Chips. I didn't see any chips. No real spine roll to it. If there is, it's so slight that I don't really know what I'm looking at there. Some minor stresses increases, yeah. And we're talking off-white to white pages. That's where I'm thinking. So I'm really, with what little I do know and what little experience I do have, I'm thinking this is falling in at like a 6.0. I think this book could really this book could really benefit from a cleaning and pressing. I don't think it's gonna go straight up there into the 9.0, 9 or higher near mint status. I think honestly, after a cleaning and pressing, this is probably an 8.0, maybe an 8.5 on a good day, but I think we're at an 8.0. So that's what I think. That's what I came up with. Those are my notes. Once again, thank you, Mr. Let. Thank you, Chad RCG. Be sure to check out their channels. And hey, it's New Comic Book Day. I got to run out and grab my books. So I'm going to go peace out. I'm going to go pinkies out. I'll catch you all on the flip side for another video. Peace.